morning. Welcome to the Saturday morning live streams. I think I scared Jamie with how positive I was then.
No, I just was distracted typing something, so I refocused. And it may have been a bit too intense, my refocusing.
All good. So welcome. This is the Saturday morning writing sprints with myself, Gillian St. Kevin, author of Gaslamp Fantasy with an LGBTQ focus. I have finally figured it out. I've found my forever genre or subgenre, and I think I'm going to be very happy here.
Okay.
Hooray.
I have not done that.
Yeah, we'll see if I'm still into Gaslamp in another month, but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that this one will stick.
Yeah.
With me, it's my co-host, Jamie Sands. Hi, Jamie.
Hello. I write queer romance. I write urban fantasy with queer characters. Sometimes I write role-playing games. And this is an old one. This is one of the last two that I have that I'm getting rid of because it has old name on it. And I can't access the place that was publishing them anymore. So this is Silver Kiss, the Magical Twilight of Full Moon. It is, in case you can't tell, it's a parody game about teen supernatural romance.
That title is everything.
I really went all out with it, yes. So yes, role-playing games, notebooks, novels. I'm looking at doing a non-fiction book about Scrum Mastering. And I have my Monster High Daughter of Phantom of the Opera doll here for inspiration when I eventually give myself time to do my Phantom of the Opera stuff.
Awesome. So in the chat today, we have Melanie, who is working on an English essay, and Melanie's guess for how many bots we'll have today is 4 bots.
Okay.
We've got Jenna, who has come over from the HK Darkwood writing stream. That's the dawdling writer, I think. I've been watching so many streams, I may be confusing them. But Gina, hopefully, will be getting more work done. We've got Kitty, though Kitty may not be here right now. We've got Julie. Kitty guesses 7 bots. What is your guess today, Jamie?
17. Let's go big.
Okay, I hope it's not right.
I don't think I'll be right. I just want to get it out there.
Yep.
I'm high.
Yep. Julie, Jenna, if you want to get a guess in, Julie's guessing 4 with Melanie. But yeah. So today it's Saturday, which means we should share what we did this week.
I like that you got that just from me going.
We've been doing this a while now.
We've got it going on. Saturday. What have I achieved this week? I haven't achieved any one thing, but I'm very pleased with the progress that I've made on my Wattpad story. I'm nearly done. I'm hoping that today and tomorrow I can finish off the first draft.
Excellent. So again, I don't have a big success to share this week, but I finished Module 2 of the Publish and Thrive course, which is done by Sarah Cannon. And despite already being published, I'm still getting a lot of really good stuff out of the course, so I would recommend it to anyone. I think better value for newbies rather than established authors, but still really, really good. And I'm also in the marketing section of my business course, and I don't know what happened. The 2 of those together, plus the feedback I got from my focus group and reader survey that I did last year, just everything came together, and there was like this big flashing neon light. Gillian, you're a Gaslamp author. And I was like, holy crap. So, yeah. I am excited for this. I think for the next little bit, I'm going to be trying to sort of pivot myself in a gas lamp direction, kind of tweak my covers and blurbs to be more to
Mm.
kind of showcase, hey, these gas lamp elements already exist. And then what I write going forward for the next little while will be purely gas lamp to try
Yeah.
and establish myself in the genre. This is
Nice.
my goal. I'm crap at sticking to my goals, but I am really excited about this one, and it really does feel like a lot of things just coming together in the right way. So,
It does, yeah.
yay!
Oh, I'm happy for you. I
Yes.
signed up for a book talk course, um,
Ooh,
which starts in a couple of weeks. So it'll be 6th or 7th of March. So it'll be right after one of our streams that I'll have, and it just goes for a week. So it looks really promising. It's all about refining your niche and focusing what you do. So maybe I will come out of that with a similar.
I
This is what
knew
I do.
that Julie would
I doubt.
be wanting to know more about the book talk course.
So this is through it's an New Zealand author, Anne Buttar. We got the details through the Romance Writers of New Zealand newsletter, but I will track it down in time.
Yep. And while Jamie's doing that, Caspian, Gaslamp is a subgenre of fantasy. It's set in the Victorian Edwardian time period. So it's a historical fantasy. Usually there is a lot of kind of magical world building, and there's usually a twisty plot. It's character focus, and there are romantic elements, but they're not romances. So pretty much what I already write,
Mm.
but with there's a specific gas lamp elements. Like there is usually a secret villain or a you should definitely read Heart to Heart, Julie. And I'm not just saying that as the former editor of Heart to Heart. It is good stuff.
I
And
myself did not read it, but Anna Klein did, and she told me about it, and so we both signed up.
yeah, no, Heart to Heart it's got really good stuff in there.
Mm.
Also, yesterday I got feedback from the Great Beginnings contest. I put the first
Oh, cool.
5,000 words of Vampire Ward, which is my first foray into Gaslamp, into it. And I got 5 sort of pieces of feedback on it, 4 of which were really good and helpful. So I'm like, this is fantastic. I'm getting useful feedback.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, it really feels like the feedback was pretty much universal. You were nailing these things. This one thing needs a lot of work. And I was like, that is really good to know. And it's something I already knew I was iffy on. So it's just like, yeah, this is another sign that I sort of know where I'm at as a writer and where I need to improve. So I'm just feeling like, yeah, I'm feeling really good. Oh, it's so funny that Amy shows up right now, just as we're talking about Great Beginnings, because Amy is a finalist.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so Amy submitted the first 5,000 words of What's Welsh for Wild, and I think is through to the finalist stage of Great Beginnings, which is super cool. But yeah, I'm also really excited for What's Welsh for Wild, because obviously with the Deep Magic series, Wales has a massive place in my heart. So yeah, I want to read it so bad. So yeah, that is our good news of the week.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And yep, Amy is happy dancing as she should be.
Definitely. That's a
Yeah,
huge achievement.
yeah. So let's see, where are we? So we need
So,
to get warmed up for our writing today. Unfortunately, once again, I have not brought my tarot cards with me.
well, I mean, I'm not happy to hear that, but I'm a little happy because my amazing spouse treated my villains deck with what do you call it, fanning powder, something, so
Yeah,
that it's easier to shuffle. So I'm keen to give these another go. This is
brilliant.
the Disney villains tarot deck.
Yeah. So for those new to the channel, we start our stream with a 5-minute warm up. And basically, we're going to draw a tarot card and just use the image and associations of that card to just kind of, as the inspiration for a 5-minute just sort of brain dump. It's getting everything out of your head onto the page for 5 minutes, no editing, no pausing, no overthinking, just getting those creative muscles stretched and ready for the work to come.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah. Amy is officially overthinking I don't know how
Minutiae.
to say it. Minutiae. Yes, thank you. So
All right,
I
are you ready?
empathize. Yeah.
Tell me when.
Hang on, Caspian is appreciating Jamie's shirt. It is amazing.
I can't wear it to work, unfortunately.
Sadness. Okay, now.
Okay. Ah, the magician. And that
Oh,
is Dr. Facilier from Princess and the Frog. It's a very good villain. He's got friends on the other side.
that is very cool.
It's a great movie. It's underrated, I think.
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet, but I am, what's the word? I was going to say behind, but no, I'm waiting for my niece and nephew to get to the appropriate age
Yeah,
period.
it is a bit spooky, especially, well, this guy, there's demons and ghosts, and there's body transformation stuff as well, which can be really frightening for little kids. It's definitely a thing
Yeah,
that scared me a lot when I was little. But the magician is a great card. It's, you've got everything you need right in front of you. You're ready to start your journey, make some magic.
yeah. In the Wild Unknown Tarot, which is my preferred deck, we have either a leopard or a jaguar with all of the tools around him: the pentacle,
Mm.
the wand, the cup, the sword, and he's looking just totally like, "Yep, I have got
Yep,
this sorted."
ready to go. All right. 5 minutes starting now. So I started here with kind of trying to work out what direction I want to go in, and then I started brainstorming like the things that make what I create unique, and then I had an idea for another book, which, while great, isn't what I needed right now.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah. In the chat, share what you got done during the sprint. I just sort of got my thoughts down about what the magician might mean to Sirius, and then use that as a launching point to kind of just brainstorm about where Sirius is at for the second book. And we'll have to hit you up after the stream, Jamie, because I've realized that Sirius is going to have like a dean or like graduate studies supervisor or something who
Mm-hmm.
is going to be really frustrated by Sirius's inability to figure out what he wants to study or
Nice.
do with himself.
Nice.
And I think Sirius doesn't know what his magical ability is. And I've got this ended with the realization that, oh my gosh, he could hear that Alistair did not know what his ability is. And he could, like, in desperation, like, tackle Alistair and go, you figured this out. Tell me what to do.
I would love that.
I think it's going to happen.
We should co-write some scenes. I would love that.
Yeah.
Because Alistair would just be like, it just sort of happened, to be honest.
There's
Which is not
something more
useful.
to this, but it's potentially spoilers, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything about it. But let's get started on our first sprint for the day. I'll just have to find the right banner. It looks like the bots are letting us down today, or maybe they're
waiting till we start sprinting, I think.
Yeah. But the comments about me needing to make posting earlier a regular thing have been noted. I will do my best. But yeah, let's start.
Yep.
I will
Sounds good.
immediately disappear for the bathroom because no matter how many times I go before the stream,
you're just too well hydrated.
hydrate, don't dehydrate.
Exactly. All right,
Okay.
20 minutes starting now. Sprint down. Today is the 19th.
I am making really good progress with my brainstorming. I've figured out Sirius's new need and the new lie that he believes him. I've also been enjoying watching the chat where Kitty is house hunting.
I only got 200 words done. I was a little bit distracted with the chat and with a few other things, but it's a warm-up, so that's all right. Just treat that one as a warm-up.
Yep, I actually did 4 sprints before we started the stream today to get myself into the plotting mindset, and it feels like it's only getting together. It's only coming together for me right now.
Yeah.
But you can kind of judge the success of my plotting by how big a mess I have made of myself. So,
Oh, amazing.
yeah.
It almost looks like a bird.
Yeah. So I've even got 3 little dots on my arm here. And they've been there for a few days, and I've got no idea how I did them.
It's like you were doing bullet points and then you rested your arm on it.
Possibly. I'm just wondering now, are these the same dots or have I given myself new dots?
Are you renewing them every day?
Yep. And Amy is making slow progress and has her daughter with her. So hi.
Hello.
I will not name daughter on the stream, but it is good to have you here. So
okay, let's jump into our next one.
Sounds fantastic.
All right, so another 20 minutes starting now.
Oh, Caspian, that sounds awful, but good luck with that. 40 words is an accomplishment.
Okay, that is our second sprint done. I'm still here despite Jillian cruelly trying to boot me from the sprint.
That was hilarious. Yeah, the
It was literally as soon as Julie said I'm going.
yeah, they that was very, very funny. Joanna needs a name for a hair salon, one that's a little bit classy or fancy. This is not that, but there is a hair salon in Christchurch called 50 Shades of Fabulous, which I enjoy very much.
It's pretty good. Anytime anyone asks me for a hairdresser name, all I can think of is Live and Let Die, but Die is DYE, which I think was a hairdresser near me when I was a teenager, and I would see it like every day.
Yeah.
It's all I have. I don't think it's classy, but you know. There was maybe just like someone's name that would work. Like
There's a salon, I don't know if they're still here in Sumner, called Waves, which I thought was pretty
that's
cool
quite cute.
and kind of classy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Kitty, I hope I am not going to make a habit of accidentally kicking Jamie.
It's fine. It's fine. It's all good.
Foreign languages are big. So my stepmother used to work as a hairstylist, and from her I have learned that France is the number one place to train as a hairstylist, but Japan is the second place to train because both of those countries have incredibly high standards for hairs for hair care, basically. So either a French name or something Japanese. So Japanese, I think the Japanese connection to hair care is probably a bit more obscure.
Oh, good work, Melanie. Finished the essay. Have a good day.
Brilliant. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening. Oh, I like all of those suggestions, Caspian. They're good.
Oh, that is good. So I got 447 words that sprint, which is pretty good considering I was still distracted a bit.
Yeah. I revisited the goals, motivation, and conflict chart I made for all three books for the Sirius trilogy, and I've already made significant changes to this is like last week's chart, this week's chart.
Yep.
So we're making progress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am aware, Kitty.
I think it got worse in that sprint.
So Amy has said that the French love Japanese food, and I suspect there is some mutual affection for each other's cultures. The French have a verb, tatamize, which is to make something more Japanese.
Cute.
And the Japanese have something called a sickness called Paris syndrome, which is the experience of going to Paris and it not living up to your expectations of it.
Oh. There is a lot of French stuff in Japan, though. Lots of French bakeries and just so many.
Yep.
And I think I am.
There is a miniature Statue of Liberty in Osaka, though that's probably more American than French.
Although, yeah, it was built in France. Even the Pokemon Center, when we were there the first time, had a range of dittos that were visiting Paris. So all of the designs were Parisian, with the Pokemon in Japan. Like it's just a common thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
Even the Japanese word for bread is pan, though apparently that's Spanish and not French.
Mm. But it's same language root.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sushi in Paris is unbelievable.
Oh yeah, the Art Nouveau woodcut influence is fantastic.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've never
Oh,
been to Europe.
Caspian, yeah.
Oh, piquant. That's a really good one.
So this is a really interesting fact. I have had sushi from the I forget the name of it, that fish market in Tokyo.
Mm.
So super fresh sushi. I've also had sushi at a little inn in the mountains, like hours away from the seaside. And the sushi in the mountains was better because it's more flavorful when it's had time to like sit around
Mm.
for a bit. So
Mm.
that's really counterintuitive, but you don't want your sushi too fresh.
I mean, it depends who's preparing it though, because we had
Yeah,
we had Tsukiji is the fish market in Tokyo, and we had
yeah.
some incredible sushi there. But then
Like,
we
did you?
also had really good sushi at a mom and pop place in the middle of Kyoto, when we were the only ones eating there. So you just never know.
Yeah. So
You
I'd
know?
say the mum and pop places are, yeah,
So good. We walked in, and the woman who ran it, the mom, um, just looked at us and went, because we're white and clearly don't speak Japanese. But it was fine. They had a menu with pictures on it that we could point at. It was all good. And she approved of what we ordered as well, so that was very nice.
yeah. Okay. What's the time? 11:11. Okay, we are probably we have enough time for a quick break to
We
go
do.
and refresh our drinks before we hop into our next sprint.
Mhm.
So let's do that now. And yeah, so Joanna has time to Google, and the rest of us can. I need a new pot of tea, and I think I might make myself another cup of coffee.
Mm.
And yeah, I I would really like to go back to. There was this really cheap sushi train place in Sendai where I first lived, and that was my first introduction to Japanese style sushi. And it was not the greatest sushi, but I have such nostalgia for it. But yeah, let's zoom off to get our snacks and then
Be
get
back
back
soon.
in 5 minutes. So
Yeah.
11:17. Awesome. Okay.
No, Kitty is in Phoenix, Arizona. I have moved my desk into standing position, so if things look slightly different, that's why. Really dark up here. Okay. Let's fix that. It did sound like a duck. What's going on? Tidy up my desk again. I mostly kept it tidy this week, but then I brought my snacks in. And I did clean up my room, my office last night, which makes a big difference. Well, you can see it. I'm standing up. You are muted.
I am. Oh dear.
It's for work.
It is very funny.
It's very useful.
Yeah. What was I going to say? I am back, obviously. Oh yeah, I was just checking to see if there were any bots. It doesn't look like there were, so that's brilliant. And I've grabbed my snack, which was an impulse buy at the supermarket yesterday,
Yum, yum,
cream
yum.
egg minis, and I'm hoping this will sort of mean that I eat less of them. No.
That's not my experience of mini eggs. No.
Oh well. Shall we? Let's see. The best haircuts that I had were actually in Japan and but from my local hairdresser who was completely freaked out by my curly hair. And so the only way she would style me was if I let her straighten my hair first. So she would straighten my hair and then cut. And it was hilarious because for the next few days, I would look completely not like me to the point where one of my students asked if we had a new assistant language teacher once. And then it would just go back to its, normal curly self, but styled appropriately. So that's actually pretty cool.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So yeah, it is too early for Easter stuff, Kitty. There were also hot cross buns in the supermarket, and I was
There've been
tempted.
hot cross buns since January in my local.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh well. One of the potential needs I wrote down for Sirius in book 2 was realizing that having a purpose and a goal is a capitalist lie. So I did not end up choosing that one, but yeah.
All right. Shall we jump in to our third sprint?
Yep. Let's do this. So finding the thing.
20 minutes starting now. There we go. Ooh. Third sprint done.
Yep. And Kitty, I think you might be right. Writer J sounds familiar. We have a really annoying lawnmower going outside. But despite that, I managed to make good progress identifying the key plot points of the first book so that I can then go and figure out what happens in the second.
Nice. There we go. I got 545 words done. Oh, that's pretty good. Really trying to build up to something here. I think it's working. Something.
Awesome. Okay, since we are behind schedule, let's just jump into our fourth and final sprint. Oh, 631 words. That is amazing. Brilliant.
Shall we do 20 and go slightly over?
Yeah. That sounds great.
Starting now. All right, that is our last sprint done.
Yeah. Give me a moment. Okay. So, I used that last sprint to brainstorm possible mirror moments for book 2. Didn't, well, I've got 11, but none of them feel like they're quite there yet, but a few of them could make good obstacles. But yeah, there's still a lot I don't know about the story. We were rejoined by Jenna, whose internet was knocked out by the wind, but hopefully still managed to get some work done. It was brilliant to have you here, Caspian. What did Joe and you miss, Kitty? I'm not sure. Yeah, Caspian finished their first. Ah, I see. You missed the sprint because you were too busy house hunting. Caspian finished the letter they were working on and has started a form complaint letter. And yeah, how did you get on, Jamie?
So I got 255 words, which is less because I was being PM'd about some K-pop merch that we could be purchasing, and so I got distracted by that. And then I got an amazing message from Julie because I sent the books down for them, for Julie and Fawn, and Fawn opened it and saw the dedication, and I got a little video of how cute it is. And now apparently Fawn's friends want to know where they can buy the book. So I am putting it up on PayHip so that there is a way for people to buy it.
That is super exciting and awesome. Well done.
Super lovely.
Joanna, Jamie has a new release, which you might have missed, but it is Onesies and Ouija boards. It is a YA witchy fiction book. It is, yeah. And it is proving extremely popular with Julie's child. So
the dedication that I put in here, which I can reveal now that Fawn has seen it, is dedicated to Fawn and to all the non-binary questioning and trans young adults who pick this up. I hope you like your book.
Yay. That is fantastic. And talking about cool things that happened this week, Hicking Unicorn, which is a Singapore-based maker of pins and other small goods, like they do socks and notebooks. And I'm just going to show you off. This is the Hicking Unicorn.
So cute.
They do, so he does comics and stuff that kind of talk about the reality of being gay in Singapore, which is a country where it is still very much illegal to be LGBTQ. And conversion therapy is real, actively practiced, and does a lot of harm. And in addition to making the world's cutest pins, that does a lot of good work pushing back against the sort of prevailing narratives about queer folk, raising awareness. He did a series of interviews about the realities of the aftermath of conversion therapy, and they are heartbreaking, but well worth reading. But anyway, so Hicking Unicorn, the business, is now 3 years old, and the owner sent out a message to his customers saying, hey, thanks for supporting me on this journey. Here's what your support of my business has enabled me to do. One of the things he's done with the profits from his business is start a library of books for LGBTQ folk in Singapore. And I asked, hey, I'm an author. Can I send you books? And he was like, yeah, here's my address. So I'm going to be sending him some books. I assume Jamie is going to be sending me some books to add to my box of books to ship. But
Yes.
I'm just super excited about this. And to make things even better, yesterday I took my nephew to the library, and the librarian sitting outside checking vaccine passes was wearing this pin.
Yay.
So, yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, that is awesome, Caspian. I've actually got a she-they pin coming to me in the mail from Hecking Unicorn, along with there's so many of their pins that I like that I've forgotten what I ordered. So it's going to be a nice surprise for me when they arrive.
Yeah.
So my niece and nephew are finally old enough that they don't see these pins and want to immediately put them in their mouths. So I think I can start wearing these again.
Yay.
Yeah. So anyway, on that epic note, let's say goodbye for now. We'll be back same time tomorrow for another writing stream.
Mm-hmm.
And same, we'll be back next weekend as well. Jamie, what is the forecast for writing sprints during the week?
I
That's
have no idea. I don't
yeah.
know. I really thought I was going to get something in this week, and I didn't. I've got something on Tuesday night, and I've got something. Oh, on Friday I'm having an endoscopy,
Oh,
which is so I've got Tuesday and Thursday nights are busy. I'm having an endoscopy on Friday, so the only real option is Monday or Wednesday. Probably I'm going to want to rest on Wednesday, so
yeah,
I'd say chances are slim.
yeah. Okay, that sounds good. I've had a couple of endoscopies, but
I'm excited about the drugs they're giving me.
yeah, they're good drugs.
It says specifically, it's like you can't drive, you shouldn't fly, someone should stay with you for the next 24 hours, and we don't recommend posting on social media.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I didn't get those warnings.
So I'm definitely going to post on social media.
So my memory of my first endoscopy is that I'm in the hospital. I've been wheeled into the anesthesia room,
Yeah.
and my surgeon comes up to me and he's like, "Oh, hey, Gillian." And he holds up his little brown paper bag, which it looks like a pie from the grease
Yeah.
stain and a bottle of like Monster or something. And he's like, just gonna have my lunch. I'll see you in 20 minutes. And then he's like, actually, no, you won't see me at all, will you? And the anesthetist was like, can you count down from 10 for me? And I'm sure 10, 9, 8. And then I'm waking
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. That's what I want.
Anyway,
That's all I want.
but here's the funny thing. A month later, I went back to see my gynecologist, who was also my surgeon, for like the follow-up. And I'm like, how was your pie? And he's like, my what? And I was like, your lunch. And he was like, and I told him about, remembering Sam with his lunch. And he was like, that is totally unprofessional. I would never do that. I'm like, did I imagine that? What's going on here?
Had it already started
I'm
to affect
sure he
you?
had his lunch with him.
He just didn't want you to go to the media and say that he brought a pie into the surgical room.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. I've rambled long enough. Thanks again for joining us. It's so good to have you guys here and be back into the swing of
Yeah.
the regular
It does. It
stream.
feels like we're in it now. We're not sort of scrambling to remember what to do anymore.
Oh, Joanna, that is gorgeous.
I'm expecting that that's what will happen to me. But when they gave me sedation for my wisdom teeth, the last thing I remember was them saying, "We're going to put a line in now."
Wow.
So,
Yeah. On the other hand, my
Kitty wants to know the bot count. Did it get to 3?
the
I think it
final
was 3.
bot count was 2, and unfortunately, we have no winners today, which is sad. The closest people to were Julie and Melanie, who both guessed 4, but because neither of them are here now, they don't get a prize.
Well, and it wasn't correct. So
Yeah. So they don't even get a pity prize. But yep. So yeah, see you tomorrow. And until then, enjoy the rest of your day. Jamie, stick around, please, for plot discussion.
I'm
Okay.
sticking around. Bye, everyone.
Bye.